The best tips that I can guarantee is going to make a massive difference to you as a golfer is focusing very much on the low point. And this essentially means where the club is striking the ground. So when I'm working with a student, they may have a tendency to move off the ball, they may have a tendency to bend their arms, and you can say to that student, keep your head still or keep your arms straighter. But if you don't give it context and say, keep your arms straighter so the club can strike down in towards the floor, then it just becomes pointless. And the point that I'm trying to make is one of the most simple, best drills that you can ever do for your game is controlling the low point. And what you want to do when you're controlling the low point is you want to play a little bit of a game on your own where how far can you advance it forward. Okay, so what I mean by this is if I got set up, and let's say traditionally I have the ball located in the centre of my stance as I'm practicing with an iron. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make some swings, full speed swings, striking the ground. So I don't know whether you guys will be able to see that, but I can now see the way that I struck the ground in the centre of my stance. Absolutely fine. Okay, that would be the first thing that you want to be doing. Now, next question is, can you move that further left for a right-handed golfer? Okay, so now I'm going to go a club head's distance left of that line, and again the answer would be yes. And then again we're going to go one stage further, and we're now going to do some practice swings where I'm going to strike the ground on the instep of my lead ankle, like so. So I can put the club there to start off with, up, like so. Okay, now that is so important, because one reason why it's important is because if you're trying to make a swing change and you want to make a change to your golf, you're going to have to do lots of repetitions. And when you're doing lots of repetitions and you're doing practice swings without any striking of the ground or anything, it's a waste of time. But the other reason why it's really important is because it's really telling. So if you can hit that line, brilliant. If you can't hit that line, and likely that you can't, then that would be because you've moved your head too much in the backswing, your arms might be too bent, you're not moving enough. But the brilliant thing is you don't have to think about it like that. You can just concentrate striking the ground further forward than you usually will. And I promise you, if you do enough repetitions, you'll start to develop. And then what you can do is you can start to do that with the shots as well. So you can hit some shots with the ball position in the centre, like so. So I just lift it up and I drop the club nicely down on the back of the golf ball. The next time I'm going to move that ball slightly further forward, so club head's distance further forward than the centre of my stance. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Up, down, again, nicely struck shot. This time I'm going to move that ball on the instep of my lead ankle. I'm going to position the club in the centre of my stance, okay? I'm going to go up, and then again, a nicely struck shot. And not that you'd ever need to advance it further than that, but the point is, I can actually move that opposite my lead ankle, like opposite the outside of my lead ankle, so up. Okay, so again, still making a lovely contact with the ball. And what this exercise is doing is it's teaching your hands to drive through the ball. It will naturally encourage you to rotate your chest, and it's just a really simple way for you to keep developing your game. So work on it. I'll see you soon.